It was a cold day in April when we decided to visit Tawayak Lake Trail. After some silliness with someone's lost binocular caps, we set
Good
out.
morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Very cold, actually. So it's a high of 18 today, they're saying.
It is like
And
-2 right now.
feels bloody cold. Like,
-2, and I said feels like -6.
oh. Yeah, it's a bit of a wind.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be partly cloudy with some sun, but right now it's pretty overcast.
Yeah, this is brutal.
It is cold. There's a very winter chill in this air.
Yeah. If it snowed, I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah. So we saw a red marker off that way. Oh, cool.
The hawk?
Yeah. A hawk flying just up there.
See him in the trees?
Yeah, between.
Oh, there.
Oh, there you go.
The hawk was an emotionally and physically moving sight, and the first sighting of the year for us.
And then there's a yellow marker just over there. And then there's a blue marker. Getting interesting. So we have actually 5 colors. Green, and then just there is a white. Yeah, they are just tied cloths. There's nothing attached. So yeah, I just happen to have some little bit of the four sacred, not herbs, medicine
Sacred
plants.
plants.
Sacred herbs and spices. And just made a little offering to the spirits, I guess, the Great Spirit. Honor the land.
Spring, I guess is the idea.
Yeah, I actually feel a lot warmer now after having done that, strangely.
Yeah, I feel still cold.
You're still cold.
If you happen to come across these cloths in a forest, please leave them where they are. After an indigenous ceremony is completed, they carry the prayers of the participants to the Creator. The warmth I felt after my own offering lasted for a long time. A ruffed grouse strode through the forest undergrowth, seeming to bubble after being startled. It's amazing how quickly they disappear among the brown branches and leaves. Then we noticed some signs of larger animals running on the trail.
Heading downhill too. We did see 2 elk when we drove in, so maybe it was those 2.
The disturbed leaves were subtle and could easily be missed,
Another patch of snow through the clearing.
and more snow remains could be seen along the trail.
Okay, I will stop filming the snow. Some more trail draw. Oops. Oh dear. Trying to keep the camera steady, hitting everything in sight. So yeah, lots of snow still. Well, not lots. A little bit. Trail has been really dry, which has been nice. Not muddy at all. So we're on the north side, and here is a patch of moose fur. I think it's moose. I don't think elk fur gets that long. It's the exciting moment. It's kind of like, what are we going to see? I think I see a couple of bison way out there.
I could see several bison across the field. Towards Tawayak Lake, this fellow had just stood up and stretched. After observing us for a moment, he decided to run off. I attempted to do something artsy with the trail sign lying on the ground. Some of the bison were starting to cross the field as we approached.
So you can see our path. There are a few bison kind of in the area where we are going to have to walk through. You can see the yellow signs right around there. See how it goes, I guess. Cold wind from the south. Good for the geese, I guess. It'll help carry them along. Good fly day.
I was right about the fly day, but many other birds were taking advantage of the tailwind. Judging by the coordinated flapping and gliding, these were likely white pelicans. They are not chatty like the geese, or the swans that you see here. In one of the trees, I spotted an American kestrel. They seem to like this open area to nest in, and during the summer, there's an abundance of grasshoppers and other insects to hunt. Back to our problem of crossing the field. The females had moved on, leaving a bachelor herd just past the trees. As we watched, 2 young males were enjoying a sparring contest. Other bulls stood about, and one with a tracking collar alerted the others to our presence. The tail held outwards is a sign to the other bison that some sort of danger is around. The other bulls took heed, and some prepared to leave by emptying their rectums. The more energetic youngsters broke into a run. At this point, our negotiation to cross the field seemed to be going well. The bison continued to cross the hiking path, with some smaller females without calves and youngsters leading. However, I'm not sure if we just took too long and didn't quite follow the usual forward hiker's approach, but the last bulls that reached the hiking trail seemed to change their mind about clearing off. They stopped on the trail and stared at us.
Comparison. We are quite a ways away still. Definitely within the thumbs rule. I know, they've stopped.
Yeah, no, it's a standoff.
Why did they stop?
Sign to go back, so we're walking back slowly here.
Some of the bulls turned to rejoin the others, who were now grazing near the trail.
Yeah, it's cold. Testosterone in there right now. I think they're all bulls.
Yeah, no, there's some young bulls.
And they are very territorial right now.
The bull on the right took things further and started to walk towards us. The bulls continued to mill about, and the one who continued to approach us made us decide to retreat.
He's moving the other side now. So just a final update, that male, he's kind of turned back off towards the trees, which is a relief. We got a little worried that he just kept following us on the trail.
Yeah, he's going off to the side now.
Yeah. No, I think
going back over towards the lakeside, but he's still...
we have an understanding, I guess.
I think we have an understanding here now. But he's probably still about 200 meters away from us.
Oh, longer than that. So he is kind of...
Yeah, it's pretty obvious he's escorting us out here.
Yeah, the other one's following
keep
too.
going back further towards the tree line here. He keeps going, following us.
We reached the forest and had put some distance between us and the bulls. As a cool down, I enjoyed hearing one more flock of swans.
Today. So yeah, we just come up the trail. Nobody is following us, which is good.
Neither of us could have imagined what would happen next. Through the trees, the dark brown shape made me assume that we had come across another bison. The other bouncing brown bodies and the odd placement of the ears made me realize these were black bears. This was our first time seeing black bears in the park, and I was surprised that she had 3 yearling cubs with her. The cubs seemed happy to be out and engaged in some rough and tumble play. They were oblivious to our presence.
They don't know we're here. Not at all. No.
We decided we had to move on.
Oh, she's noticed. She's noticed. She's noticed.
Contact.
Oh, good.
We got by without incident, but our nerves were rattled.
Hi, everyone. So, here's all over the place. We just saw those bears. We are not being followed, which is the important thing. And yeah, adrenaline's running off a little bit. She had 3 cubs. They were very playful, and yeah, that was a bit of a shock. And like, funny thing is, as we were walking today, I was like, the only thing that we have left to see here at Elk Island is a bear. We've never seen any bears. It's like, I wonder where all the bears are. Like, they say there's bears here, but we never see them. It's like, but yeah, today we seen them. And case in point, maybe that's why the ground has been looking extra disturbed, and there is poop in the area too.
So bear scout.
We also got a severe case of the stump jumps, where any stump instantly becomes an animal.
Dawn, is that a bear?
I certainly hope not. I cannot react with the same.
I think it's a stump, right?
Yes, I'm quite sure.
Yeah, we're getting kind of jumpy here. Stump sticking up. I'll kind of come forward here.
Stump jumping.
Yeah, stump just sitting there. But yeah, as you see the moss here, that's clearly a stump.
Another dark stump through the trees, and my heart leapt a little. This isn't further away, but...
Things had warmed up, and the frogs were starting to croak, and we took a few more moments to cool off our nerves. We advised oncoming hikers about the bears in the area, and by the time we got back to the parking lot, we had gained a bit of a celebrity status. We also reported to the park officials about our sighting, and it was advised that it was likely the first bear sighting of the year. This was the most exciting hike that we've ever had at Elk Island. I hope you enjoyed tagging along with us. As always, thanks for watching.